Hi friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Salam, and as you can see today, we're gonna be breaking some stuff down, taking notes, and learning, all right? In today's video, we're gonna be talking about adulthood, having a fun and great adulthood. Let's go ahead and get started. My number one thing, I hope this is not bleeding through to my wall. Let me check. Okay, okay, number one is dreams. Don't judge my handwriting, okay? I'm drawing so big and I'm trying to do it so light. So, dreams, right? I feel like when we're kids, we have so many dreams and ambitions and goals and all these things we want to do. And whether it's just time, money, parents, whatever happens, we aren't able to do them. And as we get older, we're not really pushed to continue having dreams and chasing them, but I think it's a really important part of life and really important to continue to achieve. And I feel like adulthood is like the prime time to chase dreams, and especially look back at your childhood dreams and try to go for those things that you really wanted to do, because you never know if that's something you're gonna love and want to do, or if it's something you already love and want to do and just couldn't continue doing. I think adulthood is the perfect time to start. I've seen a couple people like start to do ballet as adults because they couldn't do it when they were younger, and like that's like the kind of general thing I'm saying about this. So I'm gonna be reflecting on like my childhood dreams, going after them, as well as current dreams I have. For me right now, that is dancing. I know I've talked a little bit already on this channel about that. I used to love to dance when I was a kid, but it was way too expensive for my family. So I only did it for like a year. And now that I'm an adult, I can afford to go to lessons. There's free lesson nights. Like there's so much I can go to. And that's a dream that I've had and I continue to have, and I'm gonna continue chasing that. And every time I do that, it's so much fun. And then another thing for me is acting and modeling, and I'm hoping to really go full into that. But again, it's just that idea of like, this is something I wanted to do when I was a kid, couldn't. As an adult, I have the tools, I have the money and resources to go after that. So I'm gonna like full force 100%. Number two is gonna be friends. So I feel like a lot of people I think I spelled friends wrong. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, I feel like a lot of people, when they become adults, they continue to have friendships, but they don't prioritize them because of how busy life gets. And I get that, right? I've had times in my life where I just couldn't see my friends and hang out, but it's so important. And especially when you're an adult and you're no longer in high school, in college, if you were in sports, whatever it is, you're no longer in a forced community. It's so important to have one. And for me, my goal is going to be hanging out with friends once a week. I'm gonna write that down here. And that can just be like, they come over to my apartment or we go out or anything. And I've noticed before, when I'm prioritizing my friendships, it's when I'm the happiest, it's when I'm the most fulfilled. So that's something I 100% want to prioritize. Going along with the friends, I want to just hang out with friends and like do random things, okay? I'm gonna expound on that in a sec. But essentially, I don't want to just see my friend, we go to dinner, we catch up, and that's it. That's great, and I love that, but at the same time, there's something so fun about going out to the store, about like going for a picnic, about like just having variety. Another thing I want to do is start doing something fun once every weekend. Wow, that's so sloppy, / like off days. So this doesn't have to be anything big at all. It could simply be going to get coffee and going to a thrift shop, going to the library, like getting out of the house and doing something that sounds enjoyable to me every weekend or every off day. Or not off day, but like if you have like Monday and Tuesdays off rather than weekends, that kind of thing. And my reasoning for that is when I'm just sitting in the house all of the time, when I'm going to work during the week, I'm coming home, I'm cooking dinner, I'm cleaning, spending time with my husband, going to bed, going back to work. It's just the same thing. And there's just, I don't know, something about doing that all week long and then getting to the weekend. Maybe it's just me, but I like just naturally am staying in the house, even though I love going out. Like, I'm not a homebody, but I feel like it's just part of adulthood and part of maturing and growing up, is just like, even though you want to go out, like you don't want to make the effort or plan or whatever it is, so you just end up staying home and that's all you do. And I really want to break that like now. And I like, rest is really important, right? So it doesn't have to be anything crazy big. Like, it could literally just be going to the library for an hour or two, farmer's market, anything like that, just something fun. And I don't feel like it has to be with friends or your significant other. So wow, that was hard for me to say, significant other. I feel like you could just take yourself on a date, but I think this just like, first, social. If you go out like anywhere in the world, you're gonna have to talk to people, and I think that's really important to do outside of work / your inner circle. Change of scenery, you know, I hope that's how you spell it. I think that's also really important, and just not being in your office / wherever you work and in your house. It's good to switch things up. It's good to go other places, and it always gets me out of my head. Like, it totally just clears my head. So that's clears head, another big benefit of that. Okay, I've been talking for a minute. I'm gonna take a break and drink some water. My last one, I'm gonna combine two because they kind of go together, and they are having 1 hour every day with, I'm just gonna do this, no devices, and being creative every day. Now, they could, of course, go together, because in that hour that you'd be spending on your phone, on your computer, all of that stuff, you could be being creative. But essentially, my reasoning for this, for the first one especially, of having 1 hour every single day with no device, is being able to reflect on how you're feeling, how you're doing mentally. Unplugging from the world is so important, and I really don't feel like we do it enough. And I feel like as an adult, we especially don't do it enough. And so I feel like you're always on go, 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 or at least that's how I feel. And sometimes you just have to unplug and not do anything. And even like TV, right? Watching TV shows, that is great. And I do that most nights with my husband. However, I want a time to be unplugged. My attention isn't being driven to something else. Like, I can reflect on how I'm doing. I can reflect on how I'm feeling. What do I want to do in that hour? It pushes you to come up with things. I read a quote that said like, being bored is really good. And I like could not agree more. Like, being bored pushes you to find things to do. It pushes you to slow down, and there's so much importance to it. So I feel like just taking an hour, I think I'm gonna do in the evenings, but you could do it wherever, where you don't go on any devices and you just do whatever you want to do. Non-device is really, really important. And then being creative every day. This doesn't have to be like you're an artist or that kind of thing. You could do like social media, you could do like sewing if you're into that, you could do YouTube, like anything that you feel like your creative energy is being poured out, journaling, writing, all that kind of stuff. I think it's really important to let our creativity out. And going along with the like no devices, I feel like whether you're trying to or not, when you're creative, you're kind of clearing your head and clearing your emotions, whether you're like choosing to think about it and let it out, or just like shifting your mind and letting things go. I just feel like being creative has so many benefits, and I have not been being creative at all. And I think if you don't prioritize it, it's not going to happen. So I really, really want to prioritize that. I really hope you guys can see this also. I'm going to check. Yay, no bleed throughs, let's go. Anyway, these are gonna be my tips. We have first, chasing your dreams, your childhood dreams, or any dreams you have now. Second, spending time with friends at least once a week. 3, having times of going out and doing stuff on your off days / on the weekend. And 4th, having 1 hour a day with no devices and trying to be creative every single day. So thank you so much for watching this video. Comment if you have any other goals/tips that would go along with this, or if you have anything in adulthood that really works with you. I'm so excited to take you guys with me. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.
When it's been a few hours, when it felt like days.